There are different types of success. Economical success is not the only one.
Not as personal success, of
Yes.
course. There's
And
family.
I consider myself one of the most successful persons in the world, just for the fact that after all I went through, I'm still here. And what makes the what are the ingredients? I
Well,
think
it's also defined differently from person to person.
Yes.
Who thinks they're successful, because what you're thinking successfully for you might not be my definition.
Yeah, I
of
know,
it.
I know.
And that's the same thing as I always see with perfect parents. There is none, but the way you teach your kid is not the way I'm going to teach my kid, and it might not work even if I tried it.
I'm gonna. If I ever had a kid, I hope I never have it. I never get it, because I'm gonna take the shit out of that little shit every day if he misbehaves.
No, but I know that there's professional success, there's personal success, of course. And it depends on how you measure it. If you're measuring it, let's say promotion, then you're succeeding by doing it. If you measure it by, some people love to work to be able to live. If you measure your success by that, then that's your success. It really is different from people to people. For me, what I measure success with is, I guess, the understanding of people loving what I do. So when I provide something that people want, for me, that's successful. I want the money, but the money is part of the mechanism that makes things run. But for me, success is people loving what I do. Like the podcasts, the T-shirts, the payment processing. The payment processing, I don't really have much to do with. And it's more of a, we're resellers and brokers. But with the new thing we're building with Risto and Jaime, that's something we're building. So all these things is more where we have control over the situation. And
talking about that, remember something to update that.
You were supposed to write the Indians.
I was supposed to do it today.
I
Okay.
know. But that means that by people saying this is amazing, again, why we want comments is for the same reason. Show us that you care. Now we're getting more and more likes on YouTube. Well, somebody likes it. Amazing. I'm happy.
All right, right now we have like
Chubby.
right now we have like 700 subscribers. If somebody asks me what are the ingredients to be successful, I will say the first thing is never give up.
No.
If you we spoke about that in the previous episode about knowing when to give up, but never give up on yourself.
Precisely.
Not on the business.
Maybe the first thing you do is not the best thing.
I'm not talking about business only. I'm talking about personally.
Even if you want to be the next fucking world champion of boxing, if you give up the first time you lose,
then
you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You're not building a career of that. So whether it's that or it's successful in love, don't give up on the first argument and continue. If you give up, then it ends. Then you haven't lost till you actually throw in the towel. So if you continue, the same thing we talked about with crypto and everything else, you haven't lost till you actually stop. When you stop, then you're done.
Second thing is surround yourself of the right people. If you are every day hanging around with junkies and drunk people or alcoholics, sadly,
unless you want to be successful in that circle,
that's where you're gonna end up. But if you surround yourself and you hang out every day with business people, you're gonna be a business.
I still have one little snippet that I read many years ago, and I love it. It's like this: if you go into a room and you're the most clever person there, you're in the wrong room.
Yeah.
So it's basically the same. You go into a room with junkies and they don't know shit. It happens to
me always. So.
And you start talking about politics and they then you're in the wrong room.
It always
go
happens
somewhere
to
else.
Me. Always. Everywhere
start
I go, I'm the smartest.
Elevating yourself. Whatever.
So the third thing I will say is educate yourself. Even if you are not going to college, if you are not studying, read watch videos, documentaries, educate yourself, because precisely that what you just said, precisely that's going to happen to you someday. Someday you will go, you're a dumb as fuck, you will go to a place where you can have a massive opportunity there. You don't know it.
I think it is a nice going into a room of people that are much cleverer than you should give you the ignite, like the energy to think, hey, how can I be more than them?
But there are levels. There are levels. It's not like, they are talking about, I don't know, Venezuela, and then you come and say, hey, where in Africa is that? That's precisely, if you do that, if there was any chance that in a future, in some years or somehow, you were going to do business with these people, after you just fucked up like that, you lose that chance. So educate yourself, learn a little bit about everything, so you can always, maybe you cannot be always the smartest guy in the place, but at least you have some understanding and you can participate and you can take
but
into
you can learn.
Consideration. Yes.
If you're not the most clever, you
That's
can
what
take
I'm
something
saying.
from the opposite
Educate
conversation.
yourself somehow.
Yeah, precisely. I think it's good to never. I wouldn't say never. You have to be great at something, because I don't think there's a few examples. Mainly in football, where the person is never the best at most, like anything, but there's level-headed at everything, which means that they're unique. So in one team, you can still be the strongest person because maybe it's personality what you elevate. So it's the personality you bring to it, or the understanding, or you're very strong with people, so you're a born leader. But you don't know most about marketing. You don't know most about software, hardware, and all this shit. It doesn't matter. Like you said, just keep learning.
Yeah.
You keep having these conversations, ask questions. Even if you feel stupid and embarrassed, say, hey, I don't understand. What the fuck does that mean? Just ask, because you will never figure it out if you don't ask. You can sit on your phone and Google, but you might ask it from the direct source, and he will be thinking, oh, what an idiot. And then 2 months, you can be like, yeah, now I get you, asshole. If you meet a person that is toxic, of course, but if you meet a nice guy that would say, okay, hey, this is what it is.
You're a nice guy, and you're toxic.
I am, both.
We got it next. That's how you finesse. We come for they next.